I'm getting ready to start my day. You see, my hair's not combed, but I did throw on my outfit for today, which is this nice little pencil tight maxi dress that I got from Victoria's Secret Pink. It's a very comfortable fit, and I need to go and see if they have more of these. I bought it like a year ago, and I think this is like a a basic style. So they should. This is something that I don't see going out of style that they wouldn't sell no more. But I want to put my dress on first because it is so snug. I don't want to, mess up my makeup or be any problems there or even my hair. So I'll make sure that I do my makeup and then do my hair, and then I'll be looking out the door.
As far as I can remember, I have always been the type of girl that put her shit on. Like, it don't matter if I have no plans to do absolutely anything that day, I would still get up, get dressed, and, look cute. And it was always just for me. I know my mom would be like, girl, where is you going? I'm like, nowhere. But, if somebody called, I'm going to be ready. I grew up watching, like Ray Jean from Living Single, Hilary Banks on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jasmine Guy when she was on Different World, and I just really admire their style and just how glamorous that they always look, especially as black women. These women never gave broke. These women always gave bad and bougie, and they had their shit together, and they always put their shit on. And so I just knew when I got older that that's how I was going to be. As far as makeup, I have always been into makeup. I remember I used to get a whooping over some makeup. Since I was like 3 years old, I remember I would be 3 years old. I would be at my great grandma's house. She'll be watching me during the day because my mom and my grandmother, my mom would be working. My grandmother would have things to do, errands to run. So my great grandmother would be watching me, and she just, at the time we didn't even know that she was going through dementia or Alzheimer's, but she would snap in and out, and I can remember this very vividly. But she would give me, makeup to play in, and I would be all up and through her house, I'd be putting it on, but I'd be kissing the walls, drawing faces on the walls. I even remember one time my great granddaddy, he came in late or whatever for work, and he would sleep on the couch, and I went in there. I would be sleeping in the bed with my great grandmother. And mind you, my great grandmother and my grandma lived right next door to each other, so I would really be between houses. But that night, I was at my great grandmother's house, and I was sleeping in the bed with her. But I got up out the bed because I heard my great grandpa come in the house. So he came in the house. He laying on the couch. He sleep. I think he might have been a little drunk. I don't know, but he was sleeping. He was knocked out, like snoring, like knocked out. And I remember. My great granddaddy, I was up in there, I went and got my bows, and I went and got some makeup, and I was just like, and mind you, this is a really handsome chocolate man, and I'm sitting on top of his chest, and I'm like, granddaddy, can I do your hair? I remember this. I was like, can I do your hair? So he said, baby. And so, I started putting little bows in his hair. And he didn't have much hair. He had a little short, kind of like a little box cut. I guess, Boosie Bay. I don't know, but a little short, but enough hair at the top for me to gather and snap them little bows on his head. So I snapped them bows on his head. Then I was like, can I do some makeup on you? And he was like, And of course, I put some little lipstick on his lips and some eyeshadow on him. Mind you, he didn't feel none of this. Maybe he was really sleeping real hard because, he either was working or out drinking beers with his friends. Whatever he was doing, he came in that house and was tired. So then I was like, can I polish your nails? And I gave him a whole makeup, needless to say. Polish his nails. So of course when he woke up the next day, he was mad. He was furious at how he looked or whatever. And so, I remember my great grandma was like, don't be mad at her. I didn't get in trouble or nothing. But the time I did get in trouble, I used to my great grandma had gave me a makeup bag, and see this dealing with hair. She gave me a makeup bag, and she didn't know it had scissors in it. And baby, I cut my hair off, and baby, I still feel them leaks from that whooping. Needless to say, I remember that my great grandma, she introduced me to cherry chapstick. At that age, because it was either my great grandma or my grandma. It was my grandma. My grandma, would be like, look, you can't kiss the walls with the lipstick on, because I had my great grandma walls so colorful with lipstick, blush, what they called rouge, eyeshadow, all kinds of stuff on her walls. I just dang near repainted them. And my grandma was like, you cannot do that. So she gave me some cherry chapstick. And cherry chapstick, we have had this like bond. Like, I get separation anxiety if my cherry chapstick ain't in my purse. And I ain't even gotta put it on. As long as I just keep it in my purse. And I even give it to my girls to put on. And they like makeup too. And hey, what I can say is they were not like me. They you know, it's times when they were little, they would get in my makeup and play in it. But they would know to play in it, and they would put it on themselves, all over their bodies maybe, draw on their legs and, you know, all over their face. But at least they didn't do what I did and mess with the walls. But I have introduced cherry chapsticks to them, and they love it because they love how it smells. And I think that's one thing that I was attracted to too. It does not have any flavor, so I'm sure you all know that. But I just have this close relationship with cherry chapstick, and it's so near and dear to my heart because cherry chapstick saved my life. That's really what it all boils down to. Cherry chapstick saved my life because I could have got many more whoopings dealing with freaking makeup, but I learned how to do it very young. I always been attracted to it. I started playing it at 3. Then I got in dance, and we had to do our own makeup backstage, and I had a natural hand for it, so where I was doing the big girls' makeup. They was asking me. At first, they tried to play me and was just like, let us do your makeup. You don't know how to do your makeup. And I was like, no, I do know how to do my face. I don't need no help. And they was like, okay, and guess what? Shitted on them. Can you do my makeup? Sure will. And I was doing eyes, and if I was smart then, I should have been charging about $2-3 or whatever. But hey, I was a kid, and I was doing it for fun. That's the best thing when you can do stuff for just the love of it. But here's my look. This is a finished product. A nice, soft, full face beat. But no lashes though. I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Okay, so I am done getting ready. I look like something. I look like some fine shit now. I got it all together. I'm switching purses, putting on my Kate Spade crossbody. Such a classic brand. I love Kate Spade. And my mom, she bought these and couldn't fit them. And I just picked these up from her yesterday. So I'm going to add these little sandals to this. I think they're just so cute. And I'm about to head on up out the door.